Hello there, my very good friends. On today's wrestling news, Brandi Rhodes has been talking about a potential WWE return.
An update on plans for a WWE legend at SummerSlam.
Got the latest on injuries for Liv Morgan and Kevin Owens.
And the real reason Rush re-signed with AEW. I'm Adam Wilborn.
And I'm Andy Murray.
And this is the news.
Let's kick this thing off by talking about Brandi Rhodes. She's been talking about wrestling and stuff with Fightful at the premiere of Cody Rhodes' new documentary. What's it called? I've got it written down here. I can't find it.
Nightmare? Something about a nightmare?
Nightmare Before Christmas, that's the one. No, American Nightmare Becoming Cody Rhodes. Fightful caught up with her, speaking naturally about wrestling because it's a wrestling outlet and it's a wrestling documentary.
And apparently it wasn't open mic night, so...
Yeah, there you go. Brandi quipped that if Cody needs me, I'll be there when she was talking about wrestling, although she did say that she's not exactly going to be chasing world titles anymore.
Fair.
She's out of that game. No more world titles for me. Now, when she was asked actually by Sean Ross Sapp about hitting Paul Heyman with a spear, which would be pretty fun, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Brandi commented that at this stage that would probably hurt her more than it would hurt Paul.
Fair.
So fair enough, she's keeping it real. It was reported, of course, last August that Brandi had been at the Performance Center and actually had a tryout match. Or like a trial match, some kind of match.
Yes.
At the PC. She spoke about this a little bit, saying that she threw in the towel while she was there, but she had fun. Now, she hasn't wrestled, of course, since last January. She'd been out of action since Liberty Rhodes, their daughter.
Yeah, they went and had a kid.
She arrived.
It's not that straightforward returning from something like that.
Exactly. So she's been back in the ring for a couple of months, then her and Cody left AEW, of course. But it sounds to me like Brandi's just kind of keeping her options open a little bit here. She did say that on coming back to wrestling after giving birth, she went, oh, well, Becky Lynch can do it, and then added that Becky Lynch can do anything.
Yeah.
So it's not like she was going, well, if she can do it, I can do
Easy,
it.
innit?
Or whatever. Yeah, piece of cake. So, yeah, to me, this just reads like Brandi's just not completely dismissing it, but the way she speaks about like not chasing titles and stuff maybe suggests her life has moved on from it.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's understandable. I'm just concerned that certain WWE fans would be confused seeing Eden Styles step in between the ropes because, guys, if you haven't explained it, I've been told by the fans on the internet, then no one understands anything in wrestling.
Well, they'd have to rename Cody Styles so that people can...
And then AJ has to change it. Oh, it's all complicated.
They need a 12-minute video package to reintroduce her. They would need Corey Graves on Raw regurgitating her Wikipedia page.
Yes.
Otherwise, no one knows who people are. So.
Exactly. Look, bring me the Codyverse.
Yes.
Bring it on, baby. Not until after Cody wins the big one at WrestleMania 40, but after that, we are off to the races.
Let's do it.
I'm really excited to see what happens.
You kind of have to wait, don't you? If you want to do Codyverse, you have to wait until he's not over as much anymore, because you don't want to ruin the special moment we have right now, right? But when that starts to fade, if it does, bring on the chaos. Let's go.
We talked a little bit about this, I believe, on a Q&A that hasn't gone out yet. It's going to go out over the
Sunday.
weekend. Yes, where we answered loads of your questions. Thank you to everyone who sent them to us. Where we talked about the fact that the next big story after the bloodline is concluded is presumably the spiral of Cody Rhodes. It just writes itself, doesn't it? That he's corrupted by power or the title or whatever it may be. And yeah, I'd have him hold it until probably the WrestleMania the year after, WrestleMania 41. But yeah, if you can bring Brandi Rhodes into it as part of that, we know what sort of reaction she can garner from fans. Sign me up, baby.
And if you have any thoughts on that, let us know down below. Do you want to see Brandi back? Do you want to see her teaming up with Cody? Do you want to see the Codyverse?
Yes.
Fire in. Let's go.
What happens with Pharaoh? That's the most important thing for me.
Keep that dog away from fireworks.
Yes,
please.
for God's sake.
Jeez, I hated that.
Now, SummerSlam is just a week and a bit away, Andy Murray. Goes down next weekend, of course.
How?
Mad. The card looks stacked, and there could be some extra stuff being added to it, involving a WWE legend. This story coming from Worked Wrestling, who's been really on it recently. And the legend could be interacting with the sort of new legend, not killer, interactor.
Yeah.
He's done it with Edge, he's done it with John Cena. I'm talking, of course,
legend botherer.
Yes, very good. Grayson Bloody Waller, of course. Like I said, he's worked with Edge, he's worked with John Cena. They've gone down really well. I think we've reported on numerous occasions that WWE see big things in Grayson Waller. And Worked Wrestling says, while nothing is set in stone, ideas have been pitched to have a SummerSlam weekend segment between Grayson Waller and a WWE legend. Reactions backstage have been very favourable for the Young Stars segment. segments with John Cena and Edge. I love the bit he did with Cena at Money in the Bank. I thought his match with Edge was really enjoyable as well, and he showed he could swim, or whatever it was that Edge said at the end of that. I don't know who it could be. I believe there's a one dead man show going on that weekend.
You could beat up The Undertaker.
All right, you old bloody prick. You dead prick.
Hits him with a chop block. Why not? Why not? Yeah, WWE is always, I say always, for decades been of the belief that just sharing camera space and ring space and airspace with legends makes you a bigger deal.
Yeah.
They believe that even if you lose or get run down on the microphone or whatever. And to me, it's like Reno Gattuso, right? Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe it doesn't always work. Sometimes it does. I think so far the Grayson Waller stuff has definitely worked.
Yeah.
So let's see if it continues. I guess it depends who they put him in there with. I mean, like, I want to see him in there with Tugboat. Why not? Why not? Has Tugboat got any connection to Detroit? I don't care. Let's
Cars,
go.
boats.
There you go. Transportation. There we are.
Yeah, look, I think it all depends on how you do it. Like you say, WWE a few years ago when they used to bring back legends and just be like, this act's getting quite popular. Can you just make them look like they're 6 years old or whatever, basically?
Like DX beating people up and stuff as old manies. Yeah,
or Seth Rollins being left out of a hug or things like that. But recently, yeah, absolutely, they've really hit it. And like I say, Grayson Waller got his ass handed to him by John Cena at Money in the Bank, but he came out feeling like a bigger star off the back of it. Let us know in the comments as well which legend you'd like to see Grayson Waller interact with. I genuinely think you could put him in there with almost anyone and he would shine because, look, he's got the chops. He is what the WWE thinks Austin Theory is right now. I read that. That's not my take. That's a brilliant tweet. I can't remember who retweeted it first.
Demonstrably better at literally everything.
Grayson Waller effect. Yeah. Like, just on the mic, I think his in-ring works great. He's got a great finish as well. But yeah, really excited to see what legend he works with. And if you're a legend, you know what you do to prove that? Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. Yeah, you join the club. It's fun. Speaking of clubs, Injury Club. Here's an update. It's a bad club. You don't want to be in that one. We got some updates on Liv Morgan and Kevin Owens. Both of them are suffering from legitimate issues that were turned into angles on this week's episode of Raw. We spoke about Kevin a little bit on Tuesday morning, but we'll cover them both here. Latest updates. Kevin, of course, was beaten up by Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest on Raw. There was a backstage segment where he was like, I think I've broken something. Well, Dave Meltzer's reporting on the Wrestling Observer Radio that he has been working through a fractured rib for a while. Apparently, WWE were waiting for his current storyline to wrap up before giving him some time off. Now, there's no word on how much time off he will need. There's also no word if this week's episode of Raw was the write-off, or if, you know, they'll do something else, if this was the plan, blah, 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 blah. For me, the way this is phrased suggests that maybe they were looking to pass the tag team titles on and then give them a break, but I don't know that for sure. I'm just speculating. We await confirmation of what's happening with the tag titles. Now, Liv Morgan, according to PW Insider's Mike Johnson, is suffering from some old shoulder issues again, which have haunted her for a while. She had an angle on Raw where she was supposed to face Rhea Ripley. Instead, Rhea Ripley just destroyed her. Steel chair, shoulder, Pillmanization, all of that stuff. They turned that into an angle as well. Rhea's obviously done that to Raquel recently as well. She's killing everyone. It's really good. This is how you make a star. They beat people up. Lyra Valkyria's ass on NXT last night. She's the biggest star in the universe. Bigger than Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie combined. Wow. Sorry, Still not seen it yet. It's great. It's really great. I need to go and see that this weekend. But there you go. There's your updates. No word on how long either of them will be out for. There you go. Yeah, like we say every time, get well soon to Kev and Liv. First name terms for me, apparently. Kev and Liv. Me and a big WhatsApp group. No, I'm working through a fractured rib, man, and shoulder issues, both of them. Like I say, if I have an iffy time trimming my nails before we come into work, I go, probably call it for the week. Yeah, hangnail, brother. Sorry, can't do it. I'm always astonished by what these people do. I still remember when I first found out that, like, you know, sometimes wrestlers work and they're not 100%, and I'm like, huh? What? You won't catch me doing that. Yeah. We're soft. I really hope, it's not just a relinquishing of the titles or just right, let's have a tag title match and it's 1 minute because they just kick Kevin Owens out of the ring and isolate Sami Zayn. I hope they don't have to give them the tag titles whatsoever. I hope it's just like, it needs like 3 weeks. So they're going to miss SummerSlam. I sense that probably, unless they do the big title switch, like you say, both Liv and Kevin are going to be off SummerSlam. You'd imagine. But fingers crossed, this isn't a long-term thing. Yeah. I have no idea how long a fractured rib takes to heal, but fingers crossed it's nice and short. And if they're thinking about returning from injuries, you know what they shouldn't do, Andy?
What's that?
Roosh. Let's talk. That is, honestly, they should teach that in like presenter school, that segue.
I think they did.
This is what not to do. Look, we needed a reason to get Topless Jose the assistant. We promised it yesterday, and we always deliver for you because we are wrestling journalists, as we always say. We're not. Come on. I make noises on the internet. Be serious. But yeah, thanks to this handsome Adonis of a man.
Cheesecake eating Mother Hubbard.
How? That's not fair.
I know, man. I literally eat one potato chip and I look like a marshmallow. What's his secret? What's your secret, Jose? Let us know.
Let us know. But yeah, he's provided an update on Roosh and why he re-signed with AEW. And it's genuinely just lovely, this. I'm sure the internet will find a way to make it an argument or something. But Jose, right, tweeted on Tuesday, Roosh re-signed with AEW.
Crush!
Because of how much concern Tony showed for Roosh's wife and newborn. Family is important to Roosh. Seeing how much Tony cared is what solidified the deal. There were other offers, but never any consideration to go. AEW cares. Tony cares about his people. Yeah, looking out for his wife and his child is the one thing that swung it for Roosh.
Yeah.
This is just nice.
Yeah, it's just like a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm sure that there were plenty of other offers on the table for Roosh. He's a very talented guy. But if your boss shows that level of compassion and stuff, it's kind of a no-brainer, really. Especially when your boss is a billionaire, and billionaires aren't exactly known for their humanity a lot of the time. But we've heard multiple stories about Tony Khan showing care and empathy for people, and it's just nice to hear. So, like you said, I'm sure there's some freak out there who's like, oh, he's had a kid, that's one more AEW mark. It's just saying the most ridiculous rubbish. But
your kid, get back to work.
There's always one psychopath out there, but yeah, this is just nice. I didn't know Roosh even had a kid, so congratulations to him and his partner. That's nice. That's really nice.
A mini Roosh.
Mini Roosh. Baby Roosh.
Baby
2.0.
Baby Roosh. Oh, that's going to be in my head all day now.
Oh, well.
That's only a sign of things to come, I sense. Right, let's move over to your Twitter questions at What Culture WWE. And by the way, I saw a tweet yesterday and I completely forgot to respond to it. When we also say sometimes we take questions from our YouTube Q&A page, what you need to do is go on our YouTube page, and there's the little tabs, it's like home, like live or videos or whatever. There's a little bit for the community there, and that's where we occasionally stick questions.
Yes, it is.
But we're taking them from Twitter today at What Culture WWE. An absolute legend starts us off. Angela Dawn. Well, occasionally she gets me into fights with Will Ospreay, but normally a legend.
Oh, we've all had fights with Will Ospreay.
Thanks, Angela. She says, this question is more for Wilborn. You'll understand why when I get to it, Andy. Which wrestlers would you choose to be your child's godparents?
Oh, no.
Right. You can help me out on this.
I'm going to pick your child's godparents after you've done it.
Okay.
I got some ideas.
I will pick Tony D'Angelo, first and foremost.
Okay.
The Godfather, obviously. Can I pick... He hasn't worked a match, but can I pick Tony Khan? Because I'd really like my child to be rich.
Fair.
Or get mint presents.
Yeah, and then you get a little something here as well.
Or maybe like... MJF, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't know whether he'd accept it, but...
It'd be a rough one.
Yeah. Maybe someone like... I want to say Ricky Starks. My child's going to be a damn stylish Mother Hubbard.
Cody and Brandi grew up in the
Cody
Codyverse.
and Brandi, what am I thinking of?
Grew up in the Codyverse.
Yeah, I need Godmother, Mammy, obviously, Godmammy.
Of course.
And...
Baby getting a tattoo at 6 months. Yeah.
And I'll also have... Maxine Dupree.
Oh, wow.
Thank you very much.
That's a lot of godparents. Gee whiz.
Yeah, I've gone two each side. What, any other additions you're thinking of?
Yeah, I've got the perfect ones. So, I think you need, a real calming influence. It's chaos bringing up a child, and, gay sense of chaotic place to live. You need calming influence. That's why I've chosen the Boogeyman and Valhalla. There you go.
Do you want to go and stay with your godparents this weekend? No!
Worms.
Yeah, what did you feed my boy? Worms.
Let's go through the house. What's Valhalla into? Viking
He's not sleeping. I read him some Viking stories before bed.
Yeah, he's listening to Amon Amarth. He's 3 months old. It's a Viking metal band. They're fun, actually. They're pretty good.
I'm also thinking of asking Stacks on the NXT podcasts. What Culture Wrestling, wherever you get your podcast from.
Just
No one tell him.
He's in this office.
Mike Sykes Blythe gives us our next question
That
today.
is hard to say. Shout out to Mike.
Thanks for the question, Mike. Is there anyone at AEW who isn't guaranteed to be on the All-In card that you'll be disappointed if you don't see? For me, it's Willow Nightingale. Great question.
Yeah, I mean, Willow's a really good one because she's just so infectious. Like, she gets the crowd going every time. You want to live and die for Willow when she's in big matches. Watch the Athena match from Ring of Honor last week if you've not seen it. Amazing. It's just my favourites, really. Just my favourite wrestlers. I want to see them all in a big stadium. And, like, I'm quite realistic. Most of my favourites are kind of mid-card level wrestlers. That's where they're positioned in AEW. So the Butcher and the Blade, I want to see them. They're my favourite tag team. They might not be on the cards. That'd be a shame to me personally. But the big one for me is probably the House of Black. Even though they're like the Trios champions, like space on that card might be at a bit of a premium, and I could see them maybe missing out, which would suck because I want to see that entrance with the lighting and everything else and all of that, and I want to see them wrestle in the stadium. I think it'd be really cool.
Yeah, I think it's a great shout. I mean, I'm not going to see anyone, so...
Yeah, you're a loser.
I'm going to be there. But what the rest of us are, but I'm going to be busy. I don't really mind.
We could give you and the baby Sidgwick and Hamflets tickets.
Yeah, or any AEW wrestlers who aren't working at Wembley but have flown over and want to, come over and change a nappy, more than welcome.
Yeah.
That'll be an interesting one. Don't worry, dear, the House of Black are coming over. I'm going to babysit for a while.
I think Brody King's a dad. There you go, he's got experience. There you go, why not? I don't know about Malachi.
I'm just worried about him corrupting my son.
Oh, well, there you go.
Final question, sticking with All In.
Julia could give him a hat.
Yes.
She got the hat with the glowing stuff in it.
Yes.
Rules, so I want that hat.
Take those weird gloves off, though. We go
No, the kid's getting those too.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, fair
Deck
enough.
them out. You got to go all in. You can't just go, oh, yes, I'm going to wear a little bit of goth makeup. Or you need to go all in.
That's first Halloween, isn't it? I've got to just dress him up as just every wrestler.
Every wrestler.
Oh,
the Boogeyman, the Undertaker, Tugboat, Bastion, maybe not Bastion.
Tyrus. Final question today comes from John Harrison.
Just needs a red hat for that, doesn't he?
About as many people watching his title reign. John Harrison writes, good Tuesday, boys. Yeah, it's from yesterday, but it's a good question.
Okay.
So don't worry, still Wednesday. Adam Cole versus MJF at Wembley, or Adam Cole and MJF split up at Wembley, setting up the match for All Out. What do you reckon? Have a great day. Peace and love.
So the match at Wembley or the match at All Out?
Yes, basically. I think he's saying potentially they don't split on Collision.
Right.
And they fight for the titles this Saturday.
Okay.
He's saying, or maybe they have, like you say, Adam Cole versus MJF at Wembley.
Yeah.
Or they split at Wembley
I got
and then
you.
they fight the week later All Out.
I got you. My answer is neither. I think AEW should milk the hell out of this. I think that this is so over. And the t-shirt, the Better Than You Baby, has already outsold every other t-shirt this year. It's been on sale for about 4 weeks.
And
Think about
AEW
that.
is just a t-shirt company.
As we've always said that. But no, jokes aside, I think they should milk the hell out of this. I think they should go week to week, not make any concrete plans. If it's still over, keep it rolling, baby. Build it up so that the eventual betrayal, whoever does it, is the biggest thing in the universe. I think they could get at least another 6 months out of this.
Mate, you tweeted this the other day and I'm fully behind it. I think AEW, and this is no comment on current WWE, they've been iffy in the past for this, but I will say this is a different WWE from a few years back. But certainly AEW has had a track record of kind of calling audibles. I'm thinking of the Acclaimed, not necessarily on that show, but they sort of went, wait a second.
Reading it and then...
Let's switch it up here.
That's how it's supposed to work.
Look, be quite funny to see how Dax reacts as well.
Yeah.
I'd switch the tag titles onto him. I agree. Stick with him. I know we all know where it's going, or we think we all know where it's going. I think Grumpy Roderick Strong's going to play a part in it. You're taking my friend away from me.
Well, that's like another thing. They could extend it by like a month as well, isn't it? And like... Here's the thing. Sometimes in wrestling, the most predictable thing is the right thing. The Sammy kind of turning on the Bloodline and them turning on him and beating him up, totally predictable, totally perfect. Pretty much every beat of the Bloodline saga, actually, has been extremely predictable and extremely brilliant. This is... I'm reticent to sit here and go, this is the new Bloodline or whatever, because that's a 4-year story or whatever. But... This is the kind of storyline that heats companies back up, and they should absolutely milk it for all it's worth.
Look, subvert people's expectations. Like you say, everyone's sat here going, well, they're going to split in the tag tournament. All right, well, they're not going to split in the tag tournament, but they're going to split when they face FTR. And there's already a little tease of it, obviously, with the win on Dynamite last week. But yeah, go against that.
Yeah.
Have them actually be on the same page. Double clothesline. Just more of those skits for me.
Yeah. The Chinese restaurant one I could have lived without, but everything is over.
Yeah.
Everything is over. You can't deny that. And they are super over, just like this video.
Yes.
See you later.
Bye.